the doctor in front of your name.
Just little things.
Yeah, a lot of times. Say that again.
I said just little things like that.
Well, I would say those are big things though, because like what you're bringing up right now is so important. Because a lot of times the distress that people feel in their day-to-day lives can be a result and connected to like that inner child, like things that they experience in childhood that they may not have gotten enough of, that they may not have corrected, that they may not have been able to give themselves like a corrective emotional experience is what we call it. And so like being stressed out in adulthood and asking yourself, okay, what would 10-year-old me do? Like that just brings to mind a time where I was like, all right, what do I want to do? Like, I want to tap into this inner child. And so I started skipping outside. Like,
I love
grown
that.
woman. Like, and I started skipping. And do you want to know how like I'm in DC walking my dog, like downtown DC, where it's just like it's always people outside. And I just like, I don't care. I'm skipping.
I love that.
Like, that's what I want to
love
do.
that. I love that for you.
But I think like I feel like if more people would take your advice and kind of like ask yourself, what would your inner child do right now? What would 10-year-old do? What do they need right now? I think a lot of people would live a more healthy, satisfying, fulfilling life.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah,
because even like I've been thinking about getting back into like ice skating and stuff because that's what I used to do when I was little. And like I feel like, just being in tune with your inner child is really, really important, Yeah.
absolutely. Because everybody, like nobody under the sun has had a perfect childhood. And that is our critical period of development.
Yeah.
Therefore, there are going to be things in life where we may have felt alone, we may have felt abandoned, worthless, or what have you. And we still carry those wounds. So even in adulthood, we're still going to be trying to, heal that inner child. And that's totally okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Period. So even now, I love how vulnerable you're being and really talking to the viewers about, I have days where I'm down. I have days where I need to check in with myself. And you're big on like vulnerability in your music. What helps you to like maintain that vulnerability and not to shut down like when you're about to get vulnerable?
Yeah.
Because I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
No, honestly, I think a big part of it is just boundaries. Like I'm very strict with like my studio sessions and like who's writing my music. Like I don't like people in my sessions. I know that's a thing, but I don't like a lot of people in the studio with me because I feel like I'm like reading my diary on the mic. So like I don't want a lot of people there because it makes me self-conscious. It makes me overthink. It makes me like feel like I can't say what I want to say. Even though I'm gonna put it out and everybody's gonna hear it. But we play tricks. But yeah, I think just boundaries with that. And then even when I'm working with writers, I'm just very like hands-on about what we're talking about or like what we're saying. And also like most of the time I'm just writing my own music. And especially with this project, like I'm really trying to think outside of the box, like with topics and making it a little broader other than like love and hate. Yeah, and then just really digging like deep and doing a lot of like internal reflecting I think is really important. Especially because I pull like my music from myself. Like my topics and my stories, like they're all coming from like my inner being, I guess.
I can imagine like that can feel really scary though. To like tap into your innermost feelings and thoughts, pouring that out to people. And really, like Erykah Badu said, look, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my stuff. Like I feel that every time. Anytime I'm putting like
that's so funny. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I just feel like I'm a very emotional gal, regardless of like the music. Like I'm a diary girl. I like write in my diary every day, morning and night. Like I'm just very in tune with my emotions. I talk about my feelings a lot. Like I'm really into my feelings. So it's only right that my music is doing the same thing. Like I'm a very like express yourself type of girl.
The doctor in front of your name.